Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new Class 66 Rocks locomotive review. So in this review we are going to be taking a look at a locomotive which I've been trying to purchase for quite some time. In fact, it's been quite a few years trying to purchase this particular locomotive. Now, I was browsing on eBay the other evening and I noticed this particular one was at an auction only bid, and at the time there was nobody else watching it or bidding on it. So in the long run I managed to purchase it for £69 from the seller, which I thought was quite a bargain, especially for this particular loco. So without further ado, let's have a look at what we've got today then. So as we can see today, we've got a Hornby Model Railways locomotive. We'll have a look at which one it is in just a moment. So as you can see on the front of the box, we've got the paper card insert just on the inside. It's presented in the standard Hornby packaging. So turning the box round to the side, and I'll just adjust the brightness on the camcorder slightly, we can see it has a product code R3057. It's a Class 92 locomotive. It's in the Stobart Rail livery and has the run number 92017. It's also DCC Ready. The loco is in double O gauge, as it just mentions on the box there, and obviously on the sides we've got the Hornby logo. On the other side again, the Hornby logo, nothing on the top of the box at all or on the bottom. And just in the top left hand corner up here we just have the information about obviously what age group it's suitable for in English, and on the bottom there we have the Hornby logo again and the hornby.com website. So let's get this loco unboxed and take a look at it. Okay, so we'll just put the box to one side for a moment and we'll just remove the outer card sleeve. So we'll just place the box down for a moment and have a look what else that we get in the box. So the first thing that just obviously fell from the top of the box there is this insulating sleeve. Now I know a lot of people do tend to put the decoders into these once they fitted it to the locomotive. I mean, I've never used them myself, but I suppose they are handy to have. So the next thing that we have are the instructions for the Class 92 locomotive. So it's a Coco diesel electric locomotive. Obviously we're DCC ready. So this is just the operating and maintenance instructions. So this runs through general information, routine maintenance, running hints, DCC ready operation, and on the inside we've got information about lubrication, body removal. It's also got a working pantograph. Now I know Batman's new Class 90, I think the decoder actually powers the pantograph electronically. So Hornby's one, based on the other Hornby locos that we've got, obviously you click it down and it sort of springs up by itself. Now I think I'll probably be leaving it down, as at the moment we don't have a pantograph system on the layout. Whether that will get introduced on the other end that I'm still working on, I don't know yet. Okay, so that's the instructions. So let's take a look at the locomotive itself then. So it's presented in the tissue paper and the foam tray, I think, which is one of the original Hornby packaging designs, because obviously they have started changing to the ice cube or block of ice packaging on some models. Now inside this little hole just here, if we just place the loco down just again for a second, we've got the two metal parts that fit on top of the pantograph, so we'll be sure to keep them safe. So I'll just place them back where I found them. Now I don't think this particular loco has got a detailing pack with it, so what I'll have to do is find some of my spares from another Class 92 and use those on it. So let's just reveal the tissue paper and have a look at the livery. So as you can see, it's in the Stobart Rail livery in a nice shade of blue. So on the back, on the back of the box, we've got the two holes where we can put our fingers. So if we just put our fingers through there and gently ease the locomotive out. Okay, so let's place the box to the side for a moment, and let's take this tissue paper off. So first off, it is an amazing locomotive and I absolutely love the livery on it. As mentioned, I have been trying to get this for a few years now, as I've got the Batman Class 66 in the Stobart Rail livery, and this was the one that I just could not manage to get hold of at all. So I'll just see if it's got a driver in. I think it may have. No, it's not that end. So there's no driver in it at the moment. So one of these ends will be the front and obviously one will be the back. So what I'll do, I'll just start at one end and do the front, then the sides, and then just rotate it round just for the purposes of the review. So turning the loco to the front. So on the top of the cab roof, you can see we've got the horns on the left and right hand sides there. We've also got the windscreen wipers set at an angle, just coming down onto the windscreen area. If I just zoom in slightly, just to not blur the vision, you can see we've got the locomotive number just above the headlights just there, 92017. Now, what I do like about this loco, it's got an NEM coupling pocket, which some of the previous Hornby models, when this one was produced, have the standard ones, so that's an excellent feature. One thing it hasn't got is sprung loaded buffers, so whether or not we'll do something with this loco so that we can fit them to this, I'm not entirely sure yet. So turning the loco round to the sides, on the bogies we have 6 wheels on either bogie, on the front and back. The Stobart Rail livery printed very neatly on the side just here, again with the locomotive number 92017. Now on the back of the body and just behind the Stobart wording, you can see we've got these grey silver rings. Now I'm not entirely sure what those are for, but if you do know, please leave your comments below. Taking a look at the side of the locomotive, you can see we've got the Stobart Rail wording in white, and that's got a red outline around each of the letters. We've got some grills on the side here which are slightly etched, so that's a nice touch. On the side of the loco again we've got the running number and the name Bart The Engine, which is also visible just on this side here as well, which I forgot to mention previously. Turning the locomotive round to the other side, again we've got the horns and the windscreen wipers on the front or the back as well, whichever you want to call it. We also had some warning panels and the loco number 92017 again just above the headlights. Again we've got an NEM coupling pocket, but obviously no spring loaded buffers, so these are rectangular ones, but they're moulded. So turning the loco round to the other side now, and there's nothing obviously much different on this side. Again we've got the Stobart livery printed very neatly on the bodywork, the Stobart Rail branding running the length of the locomotive. Again some etched grills just there, and the same again on this side. Now on the doors, I don't know whether they're wire handrails or not, but looking over the top of the camcorder they seem to be silver in colour, so whether or not these are just plastic ones because I know some locos do have the wire handrails. Taking a look at the roof area, so this is where our parts go. So this does lift up, so I'm not going to press it at the moment until obviously we've fitted the other parts to it. Oh, there we go, that one's moved freely. So this is how it'll work. So obviously you just click it down like so. I'll also just try and lower that a bit more, if it will. So like I say again, obviously we'll have to fit the parts to the top of the pantograph system and then either lift them up or lower them down, depending on whether we are going to have a catenary system on the layout. So that is it basically. I definitely highly recommend this loco or any of the Hornby Class 92s to anybody who's into them. I think this particular loco I might use on container work because I've got a few Tesco intermodal containers in the loft which are produced by Dapol, so I will probably have this locomotive on them. So yes, that's it for today's review. So thank you very much for watching. So that is the Hornby Class 92 in Stobart Rail livery.